Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, what we're going to go ahead and do is continue Jesus' story. So the next page we're going to be starting on will be this page right here. I'm going to pictures to it. It's going to be called Passover Problems, based on Matthew chapter 6, verse 14 through 25, Luke chapter 22, verse 1 through 13, and John chapter 13, verse 1 through 30. Jesus and his disciples return to Bethany later that night. Judas hurries to Jerusalem to carry out his idea he's been planning. I want to see the chief priests. A man named Judas Judas Iscariot. I don't know. I hope I said the last name right. Wants to see you. He says it's urgent. Judas Iscariot. He's one of Jesus' disciples. Show him in. I know how much you want to get rid of Jesus. What will you give to have him turned over to you away from the crowd to believe in him? 30 pieces of silver. After Judas watches for the right time to turn Jesus over to the Jewish leaders. So obviously Judas doesn't always agree with things, doesn't always really agree with Jesus and things like that. And probably in some situations he dislikes him, but he goes to these priests because they've been trying to get rid of him, and they've been doing things to him for most of the stories we've been reading now. So now he tells Jesus goes to him and he tells him that he'll pay 30 pieces if he turns him over to him. And out of Jesus' dream, just really because it was supposed to happen, because that was just the destiny. That's what he does. While Judas is striking a deal with the chief priests, Jesus is thinking ahead to Passover. Jesus calls Peter and John aside. Go into Jerusalem and get things ready for the Passover feast. Where can we go so that your enemies will not see us? When you go into the city, you will see a man carrying a jug of water. Follow him home. Ask the owner of the house to show you the room where we can eat the Passover. Peter and John go right away. They find the servant carrying a jug of water and follow him home. Jesus, obviously, being having the power he has and things, can see the future. So obviously he sees, he knows that this man's going to go there and that they're going to, want him to come into their home and things. So where's the room where Jesus and his disciples can eat the Passover meal? Come with me. The man who owns the house shows Peter and John a big upper room. There they get ready for the Passover meal. As the disciples get ready to enjoy their meal, Jesus kneels like a servant to wash their feet. No, Lord, I am not good enough to have you be a servant to me. Unless I wash you, Peter, you can't share eternal life with me. So he goes, Jesus gets down on his knees and he's getting ready to wash Peter's feet. And he's like, I will not, I am not near as good enough, for you, the Almighty, the most lovable person and everything, the goodest person I can say that's ever walked the earth. Have him be a servant and wash his feet, Peter, even if it was in the situation with us, we should be washing him. I mean, he's the king. And he tells him, well, unless I wash your feet, you cannot share eternal life with me. So that's the picture of the phase we just read. After Jesus washes all the disciples' feet, he sits down at the table again. If I, your Lord and Master, have served you, you should do the same for each other. The servant is not greater than the master. In doing this, he shows that all people are equal, that you are not better than anybody else because you are a king or a president or you're richer than this person. We are all equal, and we should all be treated the exact same. Jesus teaches the disciples, but they don't understand everything he says. Then he makes a startling statement. One of you is going to betray me. Lord, is it I? The one I give this bread to will betray me. Immediately Jesus gets up from the table and hurries out, but the other disciples do not understand why. that was the pages we just read for this. That would be the end of today's story. So Jesus knew before one of them were going to betray him. He knew Jesus was going to betray him. He didn't need to do nothing about it though, because that was what was supposed to happen, because Jesus was supposed to go to the cross. That's how it was supposed to happen. That's why Jesus hurried out of the room, because he knew, and that's unfortunate, but that's just how things had to be. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something from it. I'll be doing a continuing Job story on Thursday, so I'll see you guys then, and as always, take it easy.